What's up, guys? Your boy, 20K13. Gonna talk about Vince Russo, 10 reasons WWE will never be great again. And this comes from WhatCulture.com. It's ironic that I was asked to write this week column on this particular topic. As the week passed and I continue to follow the wrestling product closely, I just not only become more and more frustrated by the WWE, but more importantly, concerned. The professional wrestling business is truly getting to the point that I honestly don't know if it's ever going to be good again. If it is, some drastic change needs to start happening, and I'm just not seeing any movement in that direction. No, what I'm basically seeing is the same old presentation of the product that we've seen post-Attitude Era for almost the last 15 years. Why may the wrestling business never be good again? Read on for the answer. Number 10. The mid-card is dead. From experience, it is safe to say that those generally in charge only care about one thing when it comes to talent, and that's their money maker up top. This goes all the way back to my experience with businessmen who only really care about what The Rock or Stone Cold were doing every week during the Attitude Era. During that time, it was Ed Forever and I who fill in the blank. Our philosophy was that if you a name on the roster, then you earn that spot and it's up to us to get you over. We took great pride in wrestling for the mid-card talent, and with the more talent you got over, the more you had a chance of growing your audience. Why? Because in the eye of the viewers now, everybody is a star. I may not like John Cena, but I sure as hell am going to tune in to see that Dolph Ziggler. Number 9, too many employees who are going through the motion. I may catch a lot of heat for this, but at this point, with the wrestling business being where it is, I simply don't care. As I watch wrestling today, the one thing that flat out hit busts me is the lack of passion that is coming through my plasma screen every week. Aside for the wrestlers themselves, who do indeed bust that butt every week with the exception of only a handful, from the announcer, to the writer, to the producer, to Joe actually calling the shot. There is no longer a sense of urgency. Those working in these key areas appear to just be fulfilling their job description. There's simply no passion. That's the way it's coming across to me, as somebody who's been there and done that and never left anything on the table. Number 8. No competition. There is no longer any competition driving Vince McMahon. None. TNA is not competition and will never be competition as long as Dixie Carter is the person in charge. That is just a cold hard fact. Without competition or a number 2 pushing you, much like what was the case once Monday Nitro made its debut, then it's just human nature to become complacent. And that's where the WWE is right now. Perhaps they are happy with their numbers. Who knows? But especially when it comes to Vince McMahon, when there isn't somebody challenging your throne, then what is there? Money surely isn't going to be the factor. Vince already had more money than he could spend in his lifetime after the first WrestleMania. Number 7. There's no longer heat in pro wrestling. Where is the heat in pro wrestling these days? Where has it gone compared to what wrestling used to represent? Nowadays, not all it seems to take to set up any feud is not even fighting words. Promos set up the majority of feud today, not the violent fatality that you once had, good old-fashioned heat. It's just not there. Week after week, the babyface and the heel seem to exchange a bag of words, with the heel usually running away at the end. The way wrestling was built, the heel would get to the face week after week after week, and then you would pay to see the pay-per-view to finally get to see the baby get his redemption. It was not only really simple, but it was what the audience wanted. Perhaps that model has changed because the WWE is no longer pushing their pay-per-view, but rather their WWE network. However, even if that is the case, isn't the selling point of the WWE network the pay-per-view being part of the low monthly $9.99 price tag? So then why the lack of heat in professional wrestling today? Could it be attributed to my following bullet point? Number 6. Catering to the family will be the death of WWE. What is professional wrestling built on? It's real simple. Good versus evil, with good usually prevailing when all is said and done. Great and simple. And how does the good usually prevail? Well, there is only one way athlete, through fatality, fighting, and what does fighting usually lend itself to? How about violence? Ever see an MMA fight? Ever see a boxing match where a guy gets knocked out cold in the first round? Physical fight is going to lead to a certain amount of violence, no matter what no matter what way you look at a chair. Hitting somebody in the back with a chair is a violent act. Cold stomping somebody's front teeth on a pile of cinder block is a violent act. That is professional wrestling. But with all that, when you're trying to maintain a PG-13 friendly rating since you want to cater primarily to the board because you are now a publicly owned company, at best what you're going to achieve on a weekly basis is the total confusion of your audience as you try to serve two masters, the real wrestling fans and the family in attendance. And that's exactly what the WWE is doing today. In an effort to gain everybody as a viewer, what they are actually doing in hindsight is turning viewers away. You can't teach a grown man using a vibrator, presumably on himself, then have a bull, a gator, and a bunny rabbit in the next segment. That right there is totally a sign. And for those in the WWE to not see that, hence your problem. If the WWE really wants to increase their audience, then sooner rather than later they are going to have to show one direction and drive down that road. Vince McMahon, you can tell me himself, you can't be half pregnant. And I quote, you can't be half pregnant, and that's what the WWE is right now. Number 5, too much emphasis on wrestling. Wrestling rules no longer apply. In an effort to keep my list at 10, I'm going to cheat here by combining 2 points into one, especially when it comes to TNA today. Too much emphasis is being put on in-ring wrestling minutes in the show. In other words, more matches, less shows. This is so wrong on so many simple levels. Wrestling fans will always watch a wrestling show. Television viewers won't. If you are a fan of wrestling, you will watch any show on TV that has the word wrestling in it. Title. If you are a television viewer and you don't like wrestling, then you won't watch wrestling. Therefore, you have to capture the matches with something other than matches. You have to garner their attention with the other element of a television show that they are used to seeing: drama, conflict, romance, comedy, violence, intrigue, etc. You have to make wrestling an entertainment show in order to capture mainstream America. That's exactly why the Attitude Era drew the masses. There was something for everybody. Going hand in hand with that, the archaic rules of wrestling today are both embarrassing and laughable at times. In what world could a champion get himself disqualified in a match, or simple run away to the back and still retain his title? How plain stupid is that today? How many times am I going to see a guy climb to the third rope, watch the referee start to count, while telling the guy to get down? I guess coming off the top rope is still illegal in 2014. Then the guy jumps off the top, hits the illegal move, and the ref does nothing. I swear to you, at some point, Mo, Larry, and Curly had to have been the one to actually write the wrestling rule book. But in 2015, it needs to be thrown out the window and replaced with rules that make sense to normal people. The wrestling business at some point needs to make itself stop looking so damn stupid. Number 4, the product need to evolve. When I went to WCW in 1999, we were trying to figure out how to involve the wrestling business beyond the Attitude Era. Unfortunately, politics prevented me from ever getting there. However, since then, with the growth of reality TV, rather than follow the trend, the wrestling business decided to go another way, backward, where television and involving on a day-to-day basis, the wrestling business is still finding a way to digress. The internet blew the lid off of the wrestling business 2 decades ago. They exposed everything that everybody wanted to know. Kayfabe was dead. After the Attitude Era, there is no question in my mind that the viewer at that point wanted to understand what was the business behind the business. what was the actual reality behind what they were watching. Wrestling has never gone there, and never will, simply because they are afraid of the unknown. What will happen if it doesn't work? My question is, what you are doing now working? In order to evolve, you must take risks and chances. Any great leader or businessman will tell you that if you fail to, you will die a slow death, much like a dinosaur, like the dinosaur that you are. Number 3, Vince McMahon is getting older. The older you get, the more difficult it is to keep your pulse on the heartbeat of America. And in wrestling case, what's going on in the world when it comes to TV, entertainment, and pop culture. Trust me, I know. At 53 years old, I have to work on this every single day. I do research on a daily basis to try and understand what the audience wants and expect from what it chooses to watch. Vince McMahon had lost touch with this. He is still presenting his product much the same way his father before him did. And this is not a knock by any means. There's just come to a point when it passes you by, you can't help it. I'm getting there. I know I am. Vince needs to find the people that he can put around him and trust. People that he himself will actually listen to. And I know he's capable of listening because say what you want about me. But Vince heard me and for whatever reason he trusted me. He just doesn't seem to have that today. Number 2, a team of writers never has and never will work. From what I understand, there are about 30 people involved in the creative process week to week in the WWE. Did you hear what I said? That's 30 people as opposed to the 2 during the success of the biggest boom in WWE history. Do the math. The WWE creative team had to write 2 shows every week. With that, they have to deal with the wrestling intangible, who hurt, who doing one of those straight to DVD WWE movies, who contract is expiring, yada yada yada. There is a very short window in how much time they have to deal with all that, and actually write 2 shows on top of it. In God's name, how is all that even possible when 30 people are involved in the process? The answer is not. I'm sure that for the better part of the week, the WWE creative team spent a great deal of its time just getting out of each other's way. It's too much. Streamline it. Agree on 2. Maybe 3 writers to work on the show. Then leave them alone and just let them write. Really, really simple. And number 1, nobody will ever watch a 3-hour show. Okay, I'm going to list 3 things that I love. Number 1, Rihanna. Number 2, the San Francisco Giants. Number 3, the Beatles. Okay, if Rihanna was playing center field for the San Francisco Giants, and let's say for argument's sake, she was naked, then suddenly with 2 outs in the 7th inning, Rihanna breaks into song. Maybe she starts singing Rockstar. Then out of nowhere, maybe from the bullpen, all 4 Beatles run onto the field, instrument and all, and start singing alongside Rihanna. Now keep in mind that John Lennon and George Harrison have since long passed, so this will be the first time that anybody has ever seen them in quite a while. Okay, so do you have that picture in your head? Great. Well, even that I wouldn't watch for 3 freaking hours. Nobody in 2015 with all the choices we have is going to watch a 3-hour show, regardless of the content, let alone a 3-hour wrestling show that is marginal at best. The 3-hour block is killing the WWE, and will continue to do so as long as they take the check from the USA Network. Look, believe it or not, I understand business, but at what cost do you allow money to hurt your product? Yes, there is much to be fixed in the wrestling business at the moment. Can it be done? There is no doubt in my mind. Will it be done? That solely depends on if those involved care enough to do so. Well, that is, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys on the next one. Peace.